Hello, hello. It is I. We strains, I guess. I don't know. Well, as you can see, I'm in my pajamas because something just came. And this will be, I guess, the first video technically because I'm restarting this channel. Yeah, so I guess. So last night I got this from Amazon. This arrived. And then I had 4 others come in that, basically, they said that they were delayed, so which really kind of uh, screwed the pooch a little bit. But basically, yes. So now I've got all 5 cars, except one of them, the Union Pacific one. I had ordered as it had said on it, being a baggage car like this one. Yeah, so you see the 2 baggage compartments. Except I got this, which, I mean, whatever, I guess. I'm not too, like, I don't really care. It's a train car. And then, because reality, all I really wanted was to make an express mail train. And so I've got, with Southern Pacific cars. Because originally I wanted to do an UP stuff, but all the UP stuff was sold out, and which I was kind of mad at myself about because I kind of put them off buying them, but then I went ahead and just bought them along with some other stuff too. But yeah, so I'm gonna get some easy track. I think where's a long stretch. I'm gonna be over under here real quick. Let's see. So, yeah. So I'm sort of redoing this channel and not counting my eggs before they hatch, sort of thing. Because, well, when I originally started this channel, when I was younger, I was thinking, I'm gonna be the greatest YouTuber. I'm gonna make so much money or whatever, and then sort of reality hit me in the face. Being its long schlong, it is. Reality is not very fun. But at a young age, I was like, wow, I'm getting nothing from this. I need to start thinking something else. So, basically, I started looking towards other things for my future, alongside just sort of just mentally taking in YouTube stuff. What I could do, what I couldn't do, and so reality, I just realized this is off. Reality, so basically this isn't going to be a full-time thing. I'm choosing some other sort of paths for a sort of future for myself. God, my hair is a fucking mess. So anyways, let me go get, well, I guess I don't need a locomotive, but, so, because this isn't powered. Anyways, so, I don't know when these were released. They probably say here somewhere. But yeah, so Rivarossi, I've got a bunch of Rivarossi stuff, and I love Rivarossi. It's a shame they went out of business. I think they got bought by Hornby, to be honest, because it's all over Hornby's website, and Hornby's on this, so I'm guessing that's what happened. The only problem is I wish they would release more of these, but they're everywhere I see. They're all sold out, and I think Athens or Walthers or some American company bought the molds for this because they were selling. They at one time were selling stuff that looked remarkably like this, so I don't really know. Um, but yeah, so and I mean this packaging is amazing. I actually really enjoy this. Like really high, like this is like in scale kind of gets this kind of packaging and it's like in this like cube of ice sort of thing, plastic ice. Um, but yeah, it's just I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see with HO stuff. Um, but yeah, that's another Southern Pacific. It's gonna. I think it's this one. Nope, another Southern Pacific. Those are. Oh yeah, that's the mail. So my plan was to have a Southern Pacific Express mail with a Union Pacific car in there, just to kind of kind of make it seem a little like kind of I guess jumbled, I guess, so it wasn't all just one linear sort of train. But yeah, and then all this stuff has to be put back up on shelves because we started a layout since I last recorded back in what was I in sixth grade? Jeez. Oh yeah, and I'm also sick too. But yeah, so a lot of stuff has happened. But yeah, so we've got the Southern Pacific sort of baggage car, full baggage car, sort of a six truck heavyweight. But yeah, so it honestly they look really nice. I don't give really too much about details, like how detailed it looks. Like really the paint on it, like my phone camera is not going to be able to pick this stuff up, but like the detail, the riveting, like there's riveting all up inside of it. I don't think these are lit. I don't think these have lighting in them, but I mean still like and then sprung diaphragms. So I mean this is really nice for like these were I think on Amazon the ones that I was looking at went from like 19.99 plus shipping, then went up after they had sold out once and then sold out again. So I hopped on these as quick as I could because I couldn't find the UP ones. So I was gonna go with Southern Pacific, the next best thing. And then yeah, so oh shoot, I forgot. I need to put that plastic right here. But yeah, so crap. Ah. But yeah, so I kind of just wanted to go with like an express, I guess, sort of looking train with some of these heavyweights because I mean, why not? So yeah, and with the UP one, I was looking at getting a UP baggage car, but what they ended up sending me was a combine car, which once again I don't really care because this is just something I was coming up with. I'll figure out something with it. Maybe I can find another baggage car. But I mean, it's model trains to me. As long as it isn't just cheap garbage. I mean like I really could give less of it. Like as long as they're not cheaply made, which I mean for the most part that um, model road companies rarely do. Oh yeah, so see the uh, see one of the wheels, this one. Popped off of its sort of thing and it's crammed up inside of off the sort of uh, oh shoot try and fix this real quick on the fly there. Oh, that one's too. Yeah, so some of the parts kind of got or the wheels kind of got pushed up into and out of place, so I'll just kind of pop those back into place like that. And I think, yeah, everything runs now. So, trying to do this as quick as possible because I don't know how much space is on my phone, and I don't want there to be a giant cut. So, and I'm realizing my phone's kind of getting jumbled. So, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty nice span. I'm gonna probably put these on a turn and see how well they sort of mesh together. Because these couplings, I mean, the couplings are really. I'm pretty sure you can see, but the couplings are like really. Oh yeah, sorry, I just flipped you off. But yeah, you can see the couplings are really close together, and so I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. Like, I'm sort of I'm here just so I just for the fun of it. I'm gonna be purchasing, or I'm gonna try and purchase another. What was it? The Bachmann Overland set, so I can get another locomotive because that 484 FEF sort of locomotive, the Northern. Mine is kind of just, I think, ending its sort of life on its own. I could probably fix it, but my sort of model expertise is sort of really not good. So I'll figure out something with that. But I mean, um, yeah. So I'm gonna buy another one of those, which I mean is like a couple $100, and then I'm gonna get just the normal locomotive, which has a different number. I think that one's 906, and then the or 806, and then the Bachmann's like standalone locomotive I think is 07, 807 maybe. I'll look at that one because I think it's one up or one below. But anyway, so yeah, this is the Southern Pacific combine. So yeah, I got two of these. Basically, I was gonna put the train together. So and then I'm gonna try and go in and take off the shell and see if I can do some interior work because I want to change out the seats for sort of like mail sorting. So it's like a ooh, do I got wheels off on this too? I didn't check because last night I got this one first last night, and the others or some part in the day I went skateboarding after school. Um, I was just kind of watching it until it got delivered. I think this back wheel's off. Yep, it is. But yeah, so I just kind of was watching and waiting to see when they were gonna get here, and then I got a notification. Oh yeah, sorry pal. Stuff's gonna be late. So I kind of got a little mad at that because generally that doesn't happen, and it's like, oh, it's gonna be the 8th. I was thinking, oh, today's Friday. It's gonna come, the Sunday or something, which kind of wanted to do a video just for old time's sakes. But yeah, so I mean, uh, yeah, that sounds better. Now it's not kind of just grinding along. Oh, yeah. So this one also, its wheel. Yeah. So in transit, this stuff kind of happens with cars and locomotives. I mean, the tender's not really. I hope the wheels on the driving wheels and stuff wouldn't just pop out like this, or like get something like this. 'Cause I hate trying to force stuff because it feels like it's gonna break and it shouldn't. Like I mean, this one's really bad. Yeah, like look, like that, like the sort of wheel frame is like actually flexing. So I'm gonna try and get that out. Just take it out and try and put it back in because I couple $100. Like I said, I waited and waited because debating on whether I should buy all of them at once. And this last time they sold out, I kind of just told myself, buy them all at once because they're gonna get sold out again on Amazon, and then I was gonna beat myself up again about not getting them. So I was like, just get them. And I had the money. I in fact had money left over, so I'd get some more stuff off eBay that I'm gonna clean up and fix, and then sell again, so I can get some of my money back. Because I've got to pay my dad back for purchasing another PS4, which I got really fucking cheap. I mean, PS4s on their own are about $300. But this kid, he was selling his because he needed an Xbox. He had the 100. He was gonna sell it for 200, and I was like, okay, I guess. And he's like, I'll even throw in the games and the controllers. I was like, fuck. And then the games he sent me were like, $60 a piece. And then the controllers are anywhere from 65 to $70 a piece. So I got two controllers, a PS4, and I think a couple of games, like all for $200. So I kind of talked to my dad. I was like, look, I'll pay you back. I just need it unless you can take me to an ATM. Thankfully, he didn't take me to an ATM. He just gave me $200. So now I've got to pay back my dad $200 because my dumb self was like, oh, I'm gonna go on a spending spree because it was just my birthday. And so I got this stuff and then some stuff off eBay, which I told him about that, and he's like, well, you never know unless you try. So I'm gonna try and do that. I'm gonna fix up some stuff and then try and sell it for a little bit more because the one locomotive I got, they said it ran fine and even posted a video on the thing. So I was like, okay, it doesn't sound great. I'm gonna open it up, see what I can do. Probably I'm gonna go down to the hobby store and get some lube, uh, gear, oil, and some other cleaning supplies to sort of just kind of freshen it up a bit, kind of get it all nice and pretty, and then just put it back on eBay because it's an older locomotive. It's out of the range that I'm sort of modeling in. I'm kind of going for about 40s, 50s, bit in the 60s. Some more streamlined stuff in steam, and heavyweight. And sort of my sort of world, I guess you could say, that I'm modeling is sort of, I guess, fiction. Oh, snap. So that's a little bit bent. Hopefully that doesn't break. I say that and then it ends up breaking. Uh, so yeah, so I mean these cars look really nice. Is that this is off too? Is it? Yeah, it is. Oh, turkey. Is it? How off is it? I mean, so yeah, I'm gonna have to try and I don't want to say bend or force them, but it's kind of off a little bit. So I'm gonna have to try and sort of bend these back into place because it kind of I think the shipping and then also just traveling because these had no protection in that Amazon box. So that and then also just getting thrown around probably didn't help. But hopefully, if they sort of warm up this sort of truck frame will sort of bend itself back into place. 'Cause I wanted to run these, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because this wheel the truck frame is it's sort of kind of like this. So here's axle 1 and here's axle 2, and they're kind of off like this. And that's really, you don't really want that because now it's off balance and it goes around the wrong curve, and it's going to derail, and it's going to derail the whole train. So I'm going to get this last car on here, and that'll probably be the end of the video. I am me and my dad are working on a layout. Why is it open? Which we have to tear it apart because we didn't do the measurements right on the gradient, and we have to redesign sort of the whole layout because basically track plan wise, because how I originally wanted it, it's not going to actually work because on the one side it's too steep of a grade and trains aren't going to be able to get up it, and it's too steep going down, so we could end up having cars derailing if we have too long of a train. And so I've sort of tried calculating what locomotive is able to pull all my stuff, and only the ON30 that I have can pull sort of a train, mostly because it's mostly die cast. Like even my Challenger, which I need to get a new one because its rear, this package really doesn't want to come out, does it? Its rear tire, like it had a rubber piece for traction wise, actually just kind of corroded and just broke off. And so now if it goes around If it goes around, it can only go one way on a circle. I'm trying to think which way. Uh, Anyways, basically, if it goes around the other side, it dies out. Um, it shorts, or it's either the sort of epoxy or glue that they sort of use to get the tire to stay on there. But yeah, so the tire came off, and it mostly probably because it's so old, because it had it was sort of, what's it called, like like, you know, when rubber gets old, it hardens. That's kind of what happened at one spot, and then the rest just kind of just sort of spaghettied out, like it deformed. um yeah, it's going on 20 minutes. 21. um uh I don't know. I'm trying to get this out, but I'll figure that out later. So this is kind of the train. So this sort of male RPO car would sit in between these two. Uh, shoot. Nope. Come on, couple. So yeah, so it would sit in between these two Southern Pacific cars, these sort of combine cars, and then I was planning on getting these their interiors, because they've got seats, and I was gonna take out the seats and put in, try and 3D print maybe some like mail slots that you could see through on the cars, and then so basically they take the mail and throw it into one of these cars, and then yeah, and then this UP, what I was thinking was like a full baggage, but it's actually a combine. I was gonna plan on putting with the other baggage car at the front, and then yeah, so then I mean the couplers, I'm impressed of how well they look, being how close they are. I don't know how well they're gonna run, especially this car, because I don't know if you can see. You probably can't tell on the camera, but it the yeah, like it's sort of like this, right? Or no, like this. It's sort of like this. So we've got this axle, the front axle and the back axle. It's kind of like this. So I'm gonna try and sort of uh, get those so that they're straight or semi-straight. I just, mostly because they're gonna derail. I know they're gonna derail a lot. This car, in fact, but the other thing is getting them renumbered, especially these two. Getting them renumbered so that they're not the same number, because right now they're both 3177. But yeah, so I'm gonna get those repainted and renumbered. And then the UP one, I'm probably gonna try and go on Train World and probably, I don't know, get a different passenger car to go with it, and just have sort of a short train. So as you can see, it's pretty much a duplicate of Southern Pacific's. Pretty much same old, different paint or different lettering, because they are pretty much the same paint scheme. Sort of the Greyhound. I don't know. There's the Greyhound with the white stripe, and then the yellow one. But yeah, so it's basically that, only one set. This one set, the Union Pacific says Union Pacific, and this one says Southern Pacific, and the rest do too. So yeah, I'll just probably get a different passenger car to go with it. More money I have to spend, but now I've got two passenger trains. Um, but yeah, so can't do much. I could probably send it back and be like, hey, can I get a baggage car? But I don't know. It gives me a stepping stone for the next sort of passenger train I'm gonna go for. Um, but yeah, and then once I can get the baggage car out, I guess I'll put that somewhere in the video maybe. But yeah, and then I'll try to find something on Train World. Because they probably have some, maybe 60. I think these are 60 feet, 63 or 62-foot cars. So they probably have something on there that I can match with it, so it's not, short and then super long, because that kind of looks off. But yeah, so I mean, to be honest, these are pretty cool cars. I like them. That's why I bought them. Unless I don't like them, I'm probably not gonna get them. And yeah, so I'm sort of modeling in It's the short line sort of industrial slash, I don't know. It's really just a mishmash of something that doesn't exist, but in my mind kind of looks cool. Um, but yeah, so that's really why I got them because they're short. I'm gonna have a lot of short bends, so I didn't want like the heavyweights I do have are probably not gonna do so well on curves, which is kind of unfortunate because those kind of like the first cars. So I'm trying to find passenger cars that are this size and probably some of the old wooden ones probably could go with these two. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. Um, but yeah, so can't do much. I guess I could show you the layout. It's a mess because I had a from a birthday party. Um, I kind of had to sort of clean off the pool table, and then it got messy again because I did this. But sort of the layout looks like this. Don't mind the Legos and stuff. Those I'm gonna have to put away. But so yeah, so I'm gonna have to we have to tear up all the foam, and then re put down a bunch of new foam. We have an idea now of how we're gonna put it down. Because instead of completely gluing it down, we're gonna actually hot glue or put basically wooden dowels in the foam. So then that way, um, when I eventually move, basically I can pull up everything and have it numbered. So then when I settle down, I can put all the foam back into its spot. So and sort of to get a plan, basically we're gonna have a two main on the outside. I don't know. Yeah,